Welcome everybody to another arousing edition of For the Sake of Heaviness.
Yes.
I am half of your host, Butch Ballich, here as always with
the other half. I am Merciful Mike.
Merciful Mike Smith. And we're here tonight with Iron Brigade.
Yeah.
From Western PA. Are you guys all, let's just jump right into the questions. Are you all from, Lauren, you're up in Newcastle, right?
So me, Dan, Caden, and Andy are from Newcastle, and Ben is from Cleveland.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. I wasn't sure if a couple of you were from Ohio, so I didn't want to
We always have an odd man out. One guy is always from somewhere.
That's what makes the chemistry.
I think Ben froze up, by the way.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's a hell of a profile picture, though. We can just leave that there.
Seriously. So thanks for being on the show tonight, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. It's been a long time coming. We've had to reschedule a couple times, but definitely great to have you here. So I guess let's start right away. Tell us a little bit, Lauren. You and Andrew have been the longest. I think you guys put the band together in 2018. You're the left from the original lineup of the band. So just give us a little bit of background, give everyone a little bit of background on how Iron Brigade came to be and what got you to where you are now.
So I was in numerous bands previous to this, and a lot of the bands that I played in, they weren't really what I wanted to play goal-wise. Obviously, I wanted to play trad metal, I wanted to play power metal, I wanted to play in a band that had clean vocals. I wanted to play stuff that, I grew up listening to. And I'm not saying I didn't grow up listening to other things like death metal and black metal and things like that. And then
right.
I was in the era of the whole new metal thing, and some of those bands I listened to, but it wasn't what I wanted to play. So anyways, long story short, I was in another band. We were a thrash metal band that ended up breaking up. And during that time, I decided that what I wanted to do was do what I wanted, which was my goal, was to have an old school heavy metal band. So I contacted Alex, who was the original guitar player, and Andy, my buddy over there, that I've known since I was 14 years old, 15 years old. We were in bands previous. Right. Is that right?
That sounds about right.
We were in bands previously. And he's an awesome bass player, and he knows he is. And at least I hope he knows he is, because he is. But anyways, so got Alex, got him, and we needed a singer, so we put an ad out. Obviously, we got Jared. We had another guitar player, which was Matt Wiley, and that's the beginnings of the band, basically. And it just bloomed from there. And then it's what I wanted. It's always what I wanted, and I hope that it's what Andy wanted. I think it is.
Not to cut you off, but actually, before Iron Brigade started, I was telling my girlfriend, I said, I think I'm kind of done playing in local bands. I'm sort of over it. I'm just kind of done with it. And I said, the only thing I'd probably do was a power metal band, because I like power metal and I never got to do it. And literally, like, within a week of me saying that, Lauren messaged me. He's like, hey, would you want to play bass in a power metal band? I'm like, well, I guess I'm not.
You should say that.
They put me back in. So, yeah, this is what I wanted to play at the time, definitely. And it was pretty awesome the way it came together.
Very cool. So, Dan, how did you and Caden get involved with the band then?
Well, we were in a band with Lauren called Loud Hailer.
Okay.
I was in at that time. That was like 3 years ago. So I was in about like 5 different bands. So
total Western PA thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lauren got a message about getting a band together to play Legions of Metal, getting Iron Brigade together to play Legions of Metal. He made a Facebook post, and I saw it, And I immediately called him and said, dude, what? We're right here. And he's like, oh, I didn't think you'd be interested because you've got so many irons in the fire. And I said, yeah, we're definitely interested. And that the rest is history. That's what started all. Legions of Metal was actually our first show with Iron Brigade. We had like 5 weeks to rehearse, and we went down and did it.
And an even funnier thing was for me was how you told me, because I was just I was in high school at the time,
Right.
So he ended up picking me up from school that day and said, Caden, I just signed us up for something. I was like, what could you have possibly signed us up for? And he goes, like, how do you feel about taking a trip to Chicago to play Legions of Metal? And I was like, you just did what?
and it was funny too, when we had gotten asked, Bob Byrne had sent me a message on Facebook, and he was like, would you guys like to play Legions? And I'm like, dude, I don't even have a band. It's just me and a bass player at this point, because the band had imploded literally 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
And Bob was like, I'll make you a deal. If you can get a band together to do the show, he said, I'm giving you 2 weeks to find a band and I'll put you on. And these guys pulled together. Me and Andy discussed what we were going to do. Like Dan said, he had called me and said, you know what, we'll do it. And those two guys, Dan and Caden, they prepared for that show in 4 practices. We practiced once a week, and it was 1 month they had to prepare for the show. And
wow.
Yeah, and we went and played it, and we freaking slayed that stage and had a blast. And it was a great weekend. It's a weekend that I hope none of us ever forget, because it was really fun. And that was the first time ever that I had played on stage, and Andy had played on stage with Dan and Caden, and actually that was Caden's first major show anywhere. This 17-year-old, he's 17 years old, and his first big show is playing Legions of Metal. I wish that would have happened to me when
Nice.
I wish that would have happened to me when I was 17 years old.
Was it your third or fourth show?
That was my third show ever in my life.
Ever his life.
Was just like, yeah, that was a moment that hit hard.
That's
Can't
awesome.
say that I definitely skipped some homeworks and definitely practiced more than did
Then
I
you
did
studied.
homework.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did more practice and shredding instead.
So Dan and Caden, this is like a really cool thing. You don't see it a hell of a lot, like where father son get to be in the same band. Sometimes you see siblings and stuff, but this must be pretty cool for you. I mean, to be able to experience this stuff with your dad, Caden, and vice versa, that has to be awesome.
It's very cool, and it's very unexpected. Like, I never set out to, I just never imagined it in a million years that we would even be in the same band together.
You're welcome.
It just happened. It just happened. Well, I mean, COVID happened, and that kind of changed everything. And he just started learning how to play guitar. He had an interest in it, and I had a song I was working on myself with just bass and vocals, and I let him listen to it, and he said, who's going to play guitar on that? And I'm like, no. He's like, me. And I'm like, you? You're going to do it? And he did. He eventually was, within a year was able to do it. And I knew he was, from the very first guitar solo he ever put down, I was like, oh my goodness. This may be the guitar player I've been looking for all my life.
And a proud papa moment on top of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how many years have you played now, Caden?
In September it would be 7 years that since I started playing guitar.
Damn, son. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's really awesome.
Yeah, I always told him it's to play with people that are more experienced than you. That's the fastest way to learn. And being in a band like Iron Brigade has really helped him to grow so much from the time he started to where he's at now. And it's helped a lot. And the guys, Lauren and Andy have been just like super patient and very supportive, and they're just awesome. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's killer to have that kind of environment where, you got a group of seasoned musicians and they're willing to, be patient, like you said, and bring someone up along. Because I mean, you could tell, seeing the band live, I've gotten to see you guys a few times now, and you guys are, super tight live. And I've seen you. I've seen you. I think I've only seen you maybe once or twice with two guitar players. There's a couple times I've seen you where Cadence had to hold it all down himself. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That was quite the experience holding it down just on my own there.
Yeah.
But we managed.
I think you saw us the one time at Poetry Lounge, and it was just Caden playing guitar.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure.
Iron Brigade history.
Yeah, that was the only show that we did with one guitar.
Wow. So how does Alex figure into the mix here? Because I guess I would say, just from the little bit of the conversation already tonight, this seems like, the locked in lineup for the long haul. I don't know. Would you guys agree with that?
That's actually Ben.
He changed his name changed when he got
I knew
back
that
on.
I knew that was Ben. I did, because he was the first one on. My
Mike's
apologies.
just testing you.
My apologies, Alex.
It's just a quiz. Just a quiz.
So Ben, how did you get into the fold here?
Oh, his phone froze up. Is he in?
Ian?
That's what she said.
Oh,
Ben,
he
you
is.
have-
He's back.
There he is.
There he is.
But after you guys played, oh my god,
brain fart.
Shotgun Bowl. And then this 2 days after that, Lauren reached out to me and asked if I wanted to play guitar. So,
Perfect.
maybe about a month practicing, and then we started playing shows again.
Mhm.
Played one show after that. So.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So listen, guys. Where's the damn? I keep losing my damn note. So it was about this. Everyone, this is Ill-Fated Voyage, by the way. November 25. This came out, right, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Killer album, by the way. And I know it's, the lineup is pretty much all, half turned over, but what a huge step from Winds of War to this. I mean, this is the more I listen to this album, the more I really do dig it. So many great riffs on here. The double guitar work is outstanding. The rhythm section tighter than a cat's ass. I mean, the vocals are great on here. So
That
tell us
twin
about
axe attack is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
You need one of these.
Yeah, there you go.
I
did not see those listed on the Bandcamp. Is that like an upcoming? release?
Yes.
Ah,
That will
okay.
be
Look at
available
that.
June 19th.
All
I
right,
actually was gonna
push the vinyl here, guys. When is
Yeah.
the release date for those?
Yeah. June
How many
19th.
how many copies are you guys gonna have? I know you had said like I remember you posting about you sent me the message about the bot. I thought you only got like 11. I was like, I want one of those motherfuckers.
No, so we have 9 of the red. We have 9 of these red ones, and we have 39, or what did I say, 40?
40.
We have 40 black vinyls. And I actually just got these vinyls Monday. Last Monday, I got the vinyls. So we had the deal with Stormspell through the CDs, and we have a deal with Underground Power out of Germany with the vinyls. Now, this vinyl, I don't know if you guys saw or not, this vinyl actually debuted at this year's Keep It True. It was a Keep It True exclusive that he had put up.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the debut at the Underground Power booth at Keep It True,
Nice.
which
Very cool.
yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when he told me he was doing that. So
Will those be going up for sale on your Bandcamp or the label's Bandcamp?
No.
Or how is that going to work?
So he has them for sale on his on the Underground Power page. But yes, next month we play in June. The show is going to be, what is it, June
19th.
19th. It's us, Mourn the Light from New England, Breaker from Philadelphia, and Lady Beast, and that's going to be the vinyl release.
Nice.
That show, and that's going to be at West Side Bowl. So that day we're going to have them at the show, and they're going to be available online on our Bandcamp.
Very cool. You guys are playing Gooskies the next night too, right?
Yeah. So the first night, which is Thursday, we're playing at, what's the name of the place?
Nikki Lopez.
Nikki Lopez in Philadelphia with Phoenix, Mourn the Light, and Breaker.
Right.
Then the next day is the West Side Bowl show. And then Saturday is going to be at Gooskies with us, Mourn the Light, and Breaker, because Gooskies only allows 3 bands.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's going to be a fun 3 days. I can't wait.
Yeah, that'll be a fun long weekend of metal.
Yeah.
Brigades for sure. For sure.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about this record, man. Like how this shit will come together. Like the writing, like when did you start writing for this, and how long did it take you to get all the material together and all that stuff? Give us all the dirt.
So it's a long story on this record because when we originally started writing the record is when Alex was still in the band. So at that time it was Andy, me, Caden, Dan, and Alex. And Alex wrote a lot of the songs on there. Caden wrote a few songs on there also. And it just came together over, I would say, how long have you guys been in the band now? 2 years?
3.
3 years. So over, I would say over a 2-year period at that point of the album coming together. And it was troubling because during the recording process, Alex decided that he just didn't want to be in a band anymore after he had been with us for 7 years. And we were 3 songs in on the recording, and this is another incredible feat that Caden performed. 3 songs in on the recording, and Alex quits the band, and Caden had to record everything by himself.
Oh.
And then during that time, we actually got Jonathan in the band. So some of the solos on there, if you read, are Caden playing solos, and some of the solos on there are Jonathan. But most of the guitar, except for 2 songs, Caden?
2 songs. Yeah, there's songs that have both me on rhythm, and there's 2 songs on the album that are exclusively just me on guitar.
And then on two of the songs, Alex is still on there, correct?
4 of the songs.
4 of the songs.
Then.
Yeah, so he recorded 4 songs and he decided he wanted to quit, but he's on there. If you look in the credits, he's got credits for songwriting and stuff. Mm-hmm. But it was tough. It was a tough record, and we put everything we could into it, and all of our blood, sweat, and tears, and everything was recorded by me here at my house.
Wow.
I mixed it, and then we sent it out to Mayor Applebaum to master it. And then from that point, I sent some emails out to a couple labels. Stormspell was the first one to respond. Lorden did a lot of work for us. He found us an artist to do the front cover and all the.
I was going to ask about that. That is a fucking killer album cover.
Yeah, the guy's name's Anton, and he did a really, really good job.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised. But all of that stuff, the waves, and he did a lot of good work. I'm happy. And you guys are happy, right? Too?
Yeah.
Heck
yeah. I am extremely happy with it.
He did it fast too. He turned it over really quick.
Yeah. It was like a week and he had it done.
Yeah.
He even sent us a video of him hand painting the whole thing, which was really
awesome.
cool.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
The artwork reflects the music perfectly too. when you're listening and looking, and I was doing that today, looking at the artwork, and I was like, man, this just flows with the material so good. So it was a really good portrayal.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Lauren, can I ask you a quick question? You said you recorded everything at your house. The mastering was great, but the initial recording is where it all starts. I think you did a fantastic job. And I just want to, Caden, if I can get you to jump in on this, was it just your work on the closer, Keeper of the Flame? Was that just you, or was that a combination?
That was just me.
Okay, good to know, because that song really hit me hard, and your solos on there. The first thing I noticed was that tone reminds me of like Defenders of the Faith era Tipton. It just nailed that tone and sounds so good on that song. And I know that song is a little bit more of a slower pace than a lot of the other material, and it hits so hard. So I guess I just want to ask you, was there something in mind that you wanted to convey in that song, or is that just naturally how it all worked its way out?
Oh, for me, I just wung it. Because I actually, so there's a funny story with Keepers as well. Because whenever we were recording that one, I ended up trying to originally have like a dive bomb in there somewhere, and then a string just snapped on my Blue Jackson. So then there was a spare guitar that I was using, so I just was like, I'm just gonna use this thing.
Okay.
Ended up using that, and then that's what ended up happening. It was a Ibanez RG that actually, funny enough, I used for some of the rhythm tracks because of Alex used it. So I just was like, we got the guitar that Alex used here, so I'm going to use that. So I ended up using that for the solo for Keepers, and that song I actually wrote in high school too. Like that was possibly like the like fourth song I ever written in my life.
Wow.
So that one definitely is a special one because that was actually also originally a Loudhailer song. So gotcha. And then that one got added on last minute. So
I'm glad it got added. Really, really good. So I mean, I'm not taking away, anything from the rest of the album too, but Butch knows this. I'm a sucker for a really good closer. And a lot of times bands will have a magnificent album and then it just kind of falls flat for me. But that is not the case here. The album just smokes all the way through, and then Keepers is like the cherry on top. So
yeah, I appreciate that.
You bet. Well done.
So Daniel, are you solely in charge of the lyrics, or do you guys talk about it? And what's your main inspiration? I know you guys, you sing about history on here. You guys sing about, the power of metal. I mean, it's, a lot of the cool themes we all love. I mean, you touch on. So what inspires you, and, what's your process really when it comes down to doing the melodies and the lyrics?
Well, there's a combination of things I do. One, if they have like a working title for the song, I might go with that theme. I might not. I'll have all the music in my music room. I got a recorder. I'll put the headphones on, and I'll just start mumbling a bunch of stuff and trying to mold it like a piece of clay.
Right.
So it won't even make any sense. It'll just be a bunch of nonsense. And then eventually it starts turning into words that make sense. I'll be able to like put words to it. That's like my main process. Some of it though is actually written right at band practice when they're playing the song. So I'll just like have a microphone and start off real soft, just like kind of to myself. And then as they're playing the song, I get louder and louder. And then eventually it just comes out. So there's a couple different things. I do a lot of listening, like on my way to work and on my way home from work. Yeah. And so I'll record myself on my phone, like in the parking lot, if I get something good. And then when I'm in the music room, I'll reference that. Or if I'm at band practice, I'll reference it. And then I just keep building it up. Sometimes I can like make a whole entire song in like 4 to 8 hours. And then sometimes Like with a lot of these songs, we played them live before we recorded them. So I kept trying different things even live.
Very cool.
Especially the ending of Days of Glory. I couldn't find anything that I really loved. Like every show I would end it like a different way.
Right.
And I was like, I'm just not finding it. And then we went to record it and I still didn't really have it. And Lauren just kind of pushed me to do something and it worked. So he was like, you need more, you need something here. There's not enough there. And it's like, put something at the end. And so I just did it. But, he was very patient because I was like, I'll try something and it would suck. And I'll try something else and that would suck a little less. And eventually it turned into something pretty good. Yeah, that's it. That's the process. It's all over the place.
Gotcha. Do you find yourself like writing lyrics themselves, like sometimes day of, like when you got to go into the studio, or
Oh yeah,
last minute, winging it as you go, you maybe changing lines on the fly? And
yes, yeah, Keepers of the Flame is a prime example too.
Yeah.
That's another one where I didn't even have the chorus written until we went to record it, and I'm like, there just needs to be something there.
Right.
And that's how it just, when it needed to happen, it did. So thank God.
You didn't have lyrics for the one part in Afterlife, and I told you it needed lyrics.
Herculean,
Or Herculean, yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, that big
Yeah.
section. There was a big section with no lyrics, and that turned into a brand new half of a song lyrically.
Yep.
So I'm glad that I'm definitely willing to take input, and try stuff. Not that everything's not set in stone until it's actually recorded. So
Wasn't Herculean also like parts of a song that we cut too?
It was, yes.
That big section.
some of the lyrics were, yeah.
Yeah.
I robbed some of the lyrics and I came up with a new melody. Yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
It was all Andy's fault.
Probably.
Lauren and Andrew, real sorry, but see, I knew we were going to talk over each other. I was going to ask you, Lauren, you said that you knew that the next band you wanted to be in was going to be traditional or power metal because that's what you wanted to play, and Andrew fell right in line with that.
Yeah.
So, how did you guys mold that into being what you want? Because when I listen to it, I mean, there's Maiden, there's Manila Road, and definitely. I even hear some Manowar. So, I mean, your vocals sound a lot like Eric Adams to me, which please take that as a compliment because that's
what he's always been getting recently.
Say that again?
He's always been getting the Eric Adams comparison.
Oh, okay. So I'm not alone on that one. Okay.
Yeah, like, because on the new wave of traditional heavy metal full albums, almost all the comments have been, man, Dan sounds a lot like Eric Adams.
Okay.
I never even thought of that because I hear a lot of Bruce.
I hear Bruce too, but the
also,
more I listen,
same as Mike said, this is totally a compliment too. Like I hear it, to me, there's like a cross section. There's a lot of Bruce, and there's a little bit of like, it's something in your phrasing, maybe a little bit of Blaze, and I love Blaze Bailey too. So take that for what it's worth. I mean, I think you have your own style going on. These are just the things that I hear. I noticed seeing you live for the first time. I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of Dickinson in there.
Yeah.
But Lauren and Andrew, I mean, what bands did you look at as far as the blueprint, to kind of get your footing and then take it in your own direction?
Andy?
For me, I don't know. That's a good question, I guess. I didn't really look at it so much as in bands as terms of just when I knew I was talking to Lauren, I just knew that he gets quality musicians. Mm-hmm. So I knew that whoever he had was going to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I mean, Maiden obviously would come up, I'd say, if I had to just pick a band, but I wasn't so much concerned about like the style of power metal or what have you. I just knew when he called me that he probably had some pretty quality dudes and I should get over there. So I didn't really have much of anything really in particular in mind. I was just just eager to get to it, I guess. How about yourself, Lauren?
I think originally what I had in mind is being an NWO BHM band. But it formed into what it did from that point because Alex was into a lot of that stuff. Obviously, I'm wearing an Angel Witch shirt.
Oh, yeah.
But it was various things. It was, Iron Maiden, it was Judas Priest, it was even Thin Lizzy. That's a big influence on me. Yeah. Um,
Goddamn right.
yeah. Tigers of Pantang.
Yeah.
Even like Vardis. We can get into a number of bands. Weapon, they're an old school band from back then. Even newer bands like Slough Feg,
There you go.
Crescent Shield. I don't know if you guys ever heard of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big thing when listening to all of that was bands like that, and it turned into what it did because, um, you know, Blazing Stone. That's a lot of people. They say they hear that in us, with a lot of the phrasing, with the guitar work and stuff like that. Halloween is a big influence on me.
Yeah.
Gamma Ray, all those power metal bands. Saxon, uh, which is obviously new wave, but
Yeah.
still like, and that was the goal was to be like my heroes and to sound like or emulate in some sort of way what they would be, but with our own take, like I said, an emulation of that. But yeah, heavily influenced by a lot of old school metal, even Motorhead, you know,
Yeah.
even AC/DC, you know.
Yeah. Super cool. I think it's awesome the way it came together because, as you know, like there's a lot of great musicians, I think, in the Western PA area, but it's not exactly been like a hotbed for traditional metal in terms of like there's always a few really good bands, but there's never a lot at the same time. It's always like there's a couple happening at one time, and then bands kind of like drop off. Pittsburgh's always been more of a, especially like the city area, has always been more of like a punk and that kind of vibe, and the metal has always been a little bit more. I don't know. There was a stoner rock thing going for a while, and like dirtier stuff. So it's awesome to have like bands in the area that play straight up traditional like metal, like, and like you guys, like you said, leaning towards power metal too, like you guys and Lady Beast. It's good to, there's a lot, like I said, a lot of good bands here, but it's like it's a pretty bold choice. It's like you're almost asking for it in some ways if you want to go down that path, because it's not always going to be easy, but I think it's great that you did. So
It's definitely not easy, and I don't care about that because we play what we want to play and we play what we love to play. And if people like it, then that's a great thing. And it is, it's a narrow path to follow. And you're right. It's us, Lady Beast, you have Iron Flame, and then there's all these
Right.
other younger bands that are coming up now, like Emerald Rage and Tundra and those guys. And, well, Legendary, you got Legendary, Dave's been in it for a long time and I've known all those guys forever, but it is a narrow path, and it's hard sometimes, but you know what? We love it and we love what we do, and we hope everybody else loves it too.
very cool. Now, if do you guys, I'm assuming, like, do you guys mostly when you write, do you guys like write outside of practice and then someone will bring in like, oh, here's the bulk of a song, or here's a riff, and then you jam on it in practice, or do you at rehearsal like just start like jam for a while and bring songs out that way, a little bit of both? Does everyone contribute to the writing, or how's that whole vibe work?
I would say it's a little bit of both. I don't play guitar. The only thing I play is drums. So those guys are the ones that, write the
Mhm.
guitar parts. Obviously, I write the drum parts, but I would say it's a little bit of both. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
definitely for sure.
And everyone's a contributor, obviously.
Yeah. Because there's a little bit of for things in the future now, I guess. We currently are working on a song where we all are bringing something to the table. Like for like, there's going to be like so many writing credits on this one.
Nice.
It's like everyone on this one. So yeah, because we're working on some new stuff too. So
I was just about to ask if you guys had started. I know this just came out in November, but as we all know, the process leading up to something getting released, by the time it's out, the recordings have been done for a while. You've been sitting on those songs, waiting to play them live. So I was going to ask if you started working on material for the next album, so there's not, to keep the momentum going off of this one, as opposed, and hopefully with the lineup being, tight, like there's not as big a break in between records this time.
Yeah. Well, that was a good thing when we got Ben. Ben actually has a lot of really great ideas. So, we're looking forward to Caden's got tons of great stuff. So we're really looking forward to getting into a lot of Ben's ideas and the stuff that Caden's got. And I mean, I'm super. I can't wait for the new stuff. I mean, just with just the riffs they have are really fun to play, and it's really cool. So
I agree.
Ben's been coming up with some great stuff.
Awesome.
Aiden and Ben, do you guys plan on doing a little bit more close-knit writing? Because you guys have got the twin acts harmonizing down pat with previous work that you've done on previous albums. So how are you two specifically looking ahead to work together? Because that seems to be such an integral part of Iron Brigade. I assume you guys want to take that as far as you can go and capitalize on that.
Yeah. As of right now, what me and Ben do, we've done this actually, and we got like almost like a whole song written now out of this. Was like, I think it was just like last week, or I believe, where me and him just like video called, and then we were like, hey, here's a riff that I got. Do you got something that you can add on to this? Or like, we just be brainstorming together of riffs, and like Ben can probably attest to that too. And Ben, what would you like to add on to that?
It's pretty spot on. Yeah, I mean, we're basically through those, and then the practice, we're present it to the band, and then if say Lauren has an idea or Andy has an idea, they're more than welcome to jump in. But yeah, basically the same as Katie said.
Cool.
Very cool. So what are your plans in terms of over the next year, getting out there and playing? We talked about the shows coming up in June. Like what else are you looking at?
We do have a show in
kind
July.
of road trips, or
well, we kind of take things as they come along. Like most of our shows are like, we don't like necessarily plan out everything.
Right.
There's lots of bands come through town. Like we just played with Valkyrie's Fire from Tennessee and Thunderforge from Massachusetts. We just like, they're coming through town and asked us to do a show, and a week later we do it. Nice. So we do a lot of shows like that. But we'll see what pops up. That's normally what we do, right, Lauren?
Yeah, that's basically what we do. We haven't really planned anything out except for the little mini tour we're doing in June. But as they come, usually we get asked, we play shows, and then we play it by ear from then. And then, sometimes we had talked before, me and Dan, about getting some shows together and getting a couple bands on. And he actually had a place, and I guess they don't have a PA now or something, so I don't know. But things like that, that's how we manage everything, and that's how the shows come and go. So
we say yes a lot.
Yep. Yeah. Every show they could be like, yeah, we're playing a barbecue in the dumps and the dump downtown. Can you guys play? Yes.
It's the best way to do it, man.
That's right.
You gotta you gotta get it out. You gotta, if there's 1,000 people there, if there's 2 people there, you impress somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Ben, how are things in the Cleveland area in terms of this style of metal?
There's quite a few. You have Tundra, you have Emerald Rage. Those are both bands that are fairly new. Um, Iron Brigade comes around there quite often too. Aletheia is another great band. Yeah,
Right.
stuff. So a lot more metal and stuff like that, grindcore than trad metal, but there's still a lot of good stuff. So
I'm loving the album. Like I was telling when Ben jumped on a little earlier and we were chit chatting, and I'm fairly new to you guys. Butch introduced me to, and I was like, wow, this one flew under my radar, but so do a million other bands. So I'm really happy that you guys came to my forefront.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We fly under the radar uh, for a lot of people, I think. And it's funny because people do pick up our album or they hear us or somebody suggests it, and we always get really great comments and feedback, and that's always a good thing because when you make something, you expect it to impress people or have a positive feedback, and
Right.
yeah, like we hoped it would, so we love
Oh,
it. We hope everybody else loves it.
Yeah, I would think anybody who's a fan of the genre, if you want to put it in those terms, is gonna love this. If they haven't heard it already, hopefully we can help spread the word too, because it's excellent. And I've kind of I was the Doom guy for forever, still am. I still love my Doom, but I've
I see
really go ahead.
I see the Trouble
Oh,
vinyls on the back wall there.
Yeah.
No, I've really kind of come around to you get kind of things get stagnated here and there and everything comes full circle and there's cycles in it too. But I've really come around on power metal the last probably 5 or 10 years. And I think what kind of started it was my son and I went and saw Judas Priest and Sabaton opened, and I knew the name, couldn't say I was super familiar with them, but they blew me away. So I kind of they set the fire to go down that rabbit hole again. Years ago I was really all about Hammerfall and Blind Guardian, and then I kind of, you get tired of that, and so it's refreshing to hear new bands like yourselves that are really, carrying the torch or, keeping the flame going.
Keepers of the Flame.
Keepers of the flame,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, so it's been a really nice discovery for me. I'm really enjoying the album.
I'm glad. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Thank you so much.
That makes me happy.
Oh yeah, man, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So with the next looking towards the next album, are you I know Lauren, you and I have talked about this, so I know you guys are probably looking around at other labels too, maybe European based, that to put the next record out on, or what are your goals, I guess, for the next couple of years for that? I know too, it looked like you were, looking for some inroads to playing overseas too, which I think it'd be, I think you guys would go over really well
Oh God, yeah.
over there if you could, find the bands to hook up with and set that up. So what are your goals in terms of that?
So I would say at this point the goal would be obviously getting another record out. On the album, with that, I would hope to get an overseas label at that point. Underground Power's done a really great job for us on the last album. They did a phenomenal job with this vinyl. I'm really, really happy. I know he didn't print a lot of them because he was having some family issues at the time, and he explained to me what was happening. Um, Hopefully we could get on somebody like High Roller or Dying Victims or Cruz del Sur, some label like that would be nice. Uh, uh, Originally, when we did this album, I sent a bunch of emails out and I got nothing. Some of the emails that I sent out were automated responses,
Oh man.
Yeah.
which were interesting, but it happens. But the goal is to even if we don't get a record out very, very quickly, to get out of the States and go to Europe at least one time. Like we would love to even just get on a festival, get over there, like Brian said, hook up with a couple bands and maybe do like a week or anything like that, and we're ready to do it. Like, we're ready. I've been ready to do it for 9 years now, and then I see Keep It True is like a huge thing to me, and these guys probably get sick of hearing me talk about it, but a lot of my friends have played at Keep It True. A lot of my friends, and I'm like, are we gonna get there? Are we gonna get there? But it's a waiting game, is what it is, and it's you just got to wait, and I get it, but it's you're chomping at the bit constantly, but one thing I do have to say, and we do have a surprise coming up that we're not allowed to announce, so we'll just leave it at that.
Dirty little tease. Dirty little tease.
Yeah, the surprise is quite great. It was quite great for us whenever we heard it, because it was something just like out of the complete blue.
Wow.
And I originally just called him because I was like, hey, we just got to ask for something. And he goes like, oh, well, F yeah, we're doing it.
I will say that it is not Keep It True.
But it is really cool still.
Is it sex toy related?
It 100%.
Maybe it is.
But only the ones that plug into your phone.
Yeah.
That's
Android
it.
phone. Only
Your tour
Android.
is sponsored by Adam and Eve.
Yes.
Full page ads, the Adam and Eve catalog.
We can debunk this though. It is not a band OnlyFans. We are not starting that. That is not the promise.
Bullet dolls of Lauren.
I mean, I love you guys, but I don't know if anyone wants to see an OnlyFans from.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
Not unless
your
you're
wives and stuff. Yeah.
I'm an old fat guy. Nobody wants to see that.
That's why
Old fat guys unite, man.
Yeah, that's right. Fat guys of the world. Don't join us, Caden. Don't join us.
Oh.
Shoot. Well, I mean, hey, listen, you guys want to plug those shows again coming up in June, because time flies, and we're only a month away really from those dates. So plug them while you.
Go ahead, Caden.
Okay.
You're
the rundown.
Caden's the calendar.
I'm the band calendar.
The human calendar.
Yeah.
I'm too old to remember this shit anymore.
We got May 24th coming up this Sunday. That's with Iron Flame, Emerald Rage, and Temple Witch at the Government Center in Pittsburgh. Then we got our 3-run show in June with Breaker and More the Light, joined by Phoenix and Philly at Nikki Lopez. We're playing West Side Bull, joined with Lady Beast. That is June 19th. And then we got June 20th at Goose Keys with More the Light and Breaker.
And don't forget, June 19th is our vinyl release.
Nice.
That's where we're gonna have all the vinyl for sale the first time.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
then maybe in the future we might have a show with Argus. Who knows?
Ooh, that would be nice. That'd be cool.
That'd be great. I would love it if I could get those guys to play a show once in a while.
That's like we played with Vermithrax a couple months ago, and that was a real pain in the ass to try to get those guys to play, because JR, the drummer from Vermithrax, I got a hold of him. He's like, if I can get them together, I don't know. I'm like, when's the last time you played? He's like, the last time we played was 3 years ago.
Damn.
But I got him to play it, so.
Oh. And also, don't we have one that's not announced yet, but will be at West Side Bowl in July?
We
I
do.
believe July 10th. I believe it's Emerald Rage's party before they go to Germany.
Oh yeah, they're playing at Headbangers Open Air.
Headbangers Open Air.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice run with More Than the Light and Lady Beast. They're friends of ours too. All good guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good
Yeah,
package.
I'm looking forward to seeing those shows, man.
Dwayne's like my big cuddle teddy bear.
Yeah, Dwayne's good people, man.
Yeah, he's awesome. I love that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely
Speaking
a
of which,
good
we
too.
gotta find Duncan along the way.
We have a joke. We have a joke. So we played a while ago. We did a little mini tour 2 years ago with those guys. And actually, this has been what, 3 years in a row we've done this with them, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 years.
So the first time we had done it, it was my birthday, the first show. And Deb knew it was my birthday because we played with Lady Beast that night. And she went to Dunkin' and bought me donuts. And when More Than the Light was playing, I was standing on the side of the stage directly in front of Dwayne eating donuts in his face. So now every time we have a show with More Than the Light, the joke is we have to play by the closest Dunkin' there is. And then Dwayne made a band logo. Instead of it saying Iron Brigade, it says Dunkin' Brigade and it has donuts.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Donuts.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
listen,
this is the go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
No, this is the third year those guys have taken us out on like a little mini tour, so we
Yeah.
know those guys well.
Good peeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I missed that the last time through. I missed that one. I think didn't you guys play out in what's the name of that place out in Whitehall?
Is it the Shred Shed?
Didn't you guys play at the Shred Shed with those dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the
I
show
swear-
I was eating the donuts at.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That was one of those. Who else was on that bill? Was you guys, Lady
Uh,
Beast, More Than the
oh,
Light?
It was
Alethea.
Alethea and Iron Flame, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
tr-
really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to get out to that fucking show, and parking was so bad. I drove around for a half an hour, and I just threw my hands up in the air and said, "Fuck this!" And it's rare for me. I was so frustrated though. I'm like, I'm going home.
You should have went across the street to Onion Maiden and got something to eat. The place is amazing.
I didn't think about it at the time.
Did you ever eat there?
I didn't. Is it still? I don't think it's open anymore. Is it?
I don't think it is. It's all
I don't
vegan
think it is.
food. And
I
and
think
thought,
we might have had some stuff from them. There was a little thing at Black Forge had
Oh,
a
yeah.
festival. This is years ago now. I played it with Molasses Barge, and I know Onion Maiden had had a food, was doing food there, and I think we had something then. I know for sure. I'm almost positive my wife did. But yeah, it's not like in my neck of the woods, and I work from home, so I don't get out. I'm only ever out and about if I'm out going to a record store or to a show or something like that. So unfortunately, I never really got to go there.
good stuff. Good people too. Ben, we can't even see you now.
I know. He is the Dark Lord.
And then Andy's being attacked by bugs.
Yeah, I'm so
It's gonna be. We'll get him. He'll be all fucking swelled up from mosquito bites and.
Well, this was a good time, guys. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having
Yeah.
us.
Absolutely.
You're
Yeah.
welcome
like-
anytime, man. You want to promote something,
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll make
Feel
sure we
free.
get all
Just
the
get in touch
important
and-
links on the description too. We'll get the Bandcamp and anything. If you want to send Butcher I the list of dates, I'll put that on the YouTube interview, and we'll get everything we can for you guys out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And everyone watching, man, like I said, we've been talking about this. Ill-Fated Voyage is the most recent album. It's fucking killer, man. You can get this. Can they get this through you guys and through Stormspell?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, they can.
Yeah. So hit up the band, hit up Stormspell, go out and get this. You will not regret it. And then the vinyl's coming out soon, so get a hold of it, man. I mean, like I said, too, like I liked it immediately, but it's also one of those albums that every time you listen to it, it grows on you. Oh, fuck! Before we go, I have to ask, how did the idea and the execution come together for the fucking bagpipes, man?
Yeah, there you go.
So
On Deus Volt and Crusader. I mean, I was listening to it earlier, and I meant to ask. I'm like, is that real bagpipes, or are they like, is that keyboards? And then I looked in and saw the credits, and I'm like, oh, it's fucking bagpipes. So I got to know about that. Like, that's pretty cool.
so Dan was a little decisive about that at first.
Yeah,
He definitely was.
turn them down.
So,
Too loud.
so what are did you guys ever listen to any of those folk metal bands like Helvete or
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's a band from Pittsburgh. They're called Wired to the Moon. And they are like a rockish type folk band. And they do some of their stuff's a little bit metal. And the bagpipe player, his name is Zach Alt. That's the guy that's actually on the album.
Mm-hmm.
I was on TikTok one night and there was a girl that played violin, and she's from Pittsburgh too. And I was like, wow, what if I had like a hurdy-gurdy player, a violinist, a bagpipe player, and, people that played these traditional instruments? Well, the only person that messaged me back was Zach. And I had found him because I was on YouTube one night and I was just looking around at stuff. And I was like, who in Pittsburgh knows how to play bagpipes? Somebody in Pittsburgh come on, Polish people or Scottish people, accordion, even an accordion. I was like, is there a Polish person that plays accordion? So I got a hold of him and I was like, I saw you guys on YouTube. I'm like, do you just play in your band or would you do something for another band? And he's like, what do you mean? So I told him, I said, I have 2 tracks. One's an acoustic track and the other track is obviously a metal track. I said, would you like to play bagpipes on the album? And there was no hesitation at all. It was just immediately yes. And I was like, all right, cool. So I sent him everything and he sent me something back within like 4 days, and it was just a rough idea. And I listened to it and I was like, this is what I wanted. So I let Dan listen to it. Well, actually, I let everybody listen to it. But Dan was very decisive about it because obviously he didn't want his vocals to be buried in bagpipes.
Right.
But he told me to turn it down. So I did, and I let Dan listen to it while it was turned down. And then when Dan wasn't here during the mixing process,
You live eviled it.
I did. I turned the bagpipes back up, and then after it was going to be sent out, one of the decisions was that we had thought about. All of us thought about this actually. One of the decisions was to make it the regular tracks without the bagpipes, and then take those tracks and either make them a hidden track with the bagpipes or a bonus track. So it would be like the original tracks on the album, and then at the bottom there'd be 2 bonus tracks, and it would be like Deus Vault, and it would be Crusader. Yeah, I don't know why I had a brain fart right there. Crusader.
It's called age, Lord.
Yeah, Crusader with the bagpipes, and we actually decided to not do that and leave it on the album. And we've had a lot of positive feedback, but we've had some reviews where the people are like, I don't understand what they're trying to do. But
those are the ones you ignore.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Like, it's not obtrusive or anything like that. Like, you can,
it works.
You really notice it during Deus Volt, and then you can hear it in Crusader, but it's not like overpower. I don't think it's overpowering. I think it's mixed in really well. That's just me, though. I just thought it was cool. I definitely wanted to ask about it because it's not every day you get a metal album. Like you said, unless it's like one of those folk metal bands that wear antlers and kilts and put makeup all over their face. So it's cool to do something. I think it's fun to do something different like that.
And that was another reason why I wanted to do something different, because it was just fun. Like, and actually, we played Millvale. Was it last year we played Millvale?
Yeah.
We were co-headliner.
Yeah.
So last year we played Millvale. We were co-headliner. And Zach actually, his band played that night too. So he was already there. So we asked him to play, and he came on stage and he played with us.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And it was so funny because the sound guy at Millvale looked at me. He's like, how do you mic a bagpipe? He's like, I've never even mic'd a bagpipe in my life. Well, here, the bagpipes that he has, they're they have like the air sac and everything,
Uh-huh.
but they're electric bagpipes, and he just
Oh.
plugs them into a guitar amp.
That's
So,
why it's wild to me, like the things that they can plug into. I saw the Melvins years ago at Club Laga
oh man,
down
that
in
was gonna be
Oakland,
awesome.
and they came out. They had a guy on stage that had a sheet of metal on like a piece of wood, and it was plugged in, which seems like it would not be a great idea to have something with metal on it plugged in. But it was like this guy was playing the sheet of metal on stage, like making all this noise, and it was like getting rolled down a hill, and like that show was like getting rolled down a hill, stuffed into a garbage can, rolled off. And I mean that in a positive way. It was like getting pummeled, but I'd never seen anything like. I'd seen washboards, I seen all kind, but to see like a sheet of metal, I didn't know they could do that with bagpipes. So it could plug them in. They'll plug
awesome.
anything in.
He had them plugged into a guitar amp, man. So all they had to do was mic the amp.
You got to plug those into a Leslie. Do it.
Oh man, could you imagine that? That'd be
That'd be
awesome.
crazy. That'd be crazy.
That's a cool story about the Melvins. I love the Melvins, man. That's one of my favorite bands.
It was a really cool show. It was fun to see. I'd never seen anything quite like that.
That's awesome. Was Buzz wearing a dress?
He was. That's a good question. I really wasn't paying attention to what they were wearing that night.
He's always wearing something outlandish
Yeah.
with his whole
I'd have to-
giant head of hair.
Yeah, I'd have to see pictures from the show to tell you. It's so long ago now. I mean, that's at least 20, 25 years ago. We're talking like 2000 and before pre kids for me. So, very late 90s, early 2000s.
Well, you said Club Laga, and that place doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last show I ever saw there was Death. And that was probably a year before Chuck Schuldiner had passed. Well, actually, maybe a little more than that. I think it was maybe 2 years before he had passed because he got sick and then he went really quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an awesome freaking show.
I think the last thing I saw there was Monster Magnet, and Windorf was pissed about something. They came out, they only played like 40 minutes, and like 30 minutes of that was them playing Spine of God and him lighting his guitar on fire and swinging it around throwing it on the floor there were people like in front of him. He's down on the floor like just swinging his guitar, guitar on fire it was wild.
Wow, that's crazy.
That was years ago. We lost so many. There were so many cool venues in Pittsburgh.
That whole strip was awesome.
Yeah,
it's gone.
I missed the pub. That was the place, man.
Man, and that's another thing. The last show that I ever saw there was Dying Fetus, and I think that was the actual last show that was ever there was Dying Fetus. Yep, that place was awesome too.
It was pure rock and roll, man. I mean, didn't have the best sound. It didn't.
No.
What
about the Electric Banana?
I never got to play there. I had a gig there booked years ago with some band I was in the 90s, and this dude booked the show for us, and we showed up, and he'd done no promotion for it, and no one showed. And Judy and Johnny sent us packing. They weren't mean about it. They were just like, get. So I never did get to play there. I don't think I ever saw a show there.
I saw Dofka there.
I'm amazed that there was a place called
that. Was a long time ago.
I think Candlemass played there.
Oh man,
years ago. I don't know. I've seen shows. I saw a couple things at the Decade. Graffiti. I saw a bunch of stuff I saw Trouble at Graffiti.
Oh, that was probably awesome.
We could have a whole episode about venues of the past, the Metropole, and all of that stuff. So,
yep.
But anyway, listen, dudes, thanks for being on. with us.
Thank
It
you
was
for
fun.
having us,
A lot
man.
of fun.
Thanks
Great
for
having you.
Very
Once
much.
again, everyone, Ill-Fated Voyage, Iron Brigade.
Yeah.
If you get a chance to go see them live, go see them. They put on a great show. I can tell you that from personal experience. Sound great. Live, a lot of fun, and the album's killer. So get on board, follow them online. Give them some follows on Spotify. Go get the album over Bandcamp and from Swarm Spell.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Much
Thanks a lot.
appreciated.
Have a
Metal.
good one.
You too.